Hello and welcome to OFC Monthly. My name is Gordon Watson. Oceania Football Confederation's inaugural pilot, the OFC Education Centre, is off the ground following launches in Cook Islands as well as in Tonga. The Oceania-wide program is an investment in the future of players, coaches and administrators across the region. In this edition of OFC Monthly, we will put the spotlight on the groundbreaking initiative. We recap the official draw for the 2018 OFC Champions League, as well as a historic milestone for women's futsal. We check out a course for match officials from across the region and hear from New Zealand coach Anthony Hudson as the All-Whites prepare for their crucial intercontinental playoff on the road to next year's FIFA World Cup. But let's kick off with an introduction to the OFC Education Centre. Our business is football. At Oceania Football Confederation, we're investing in the futures of our players, coaches and leaders. The OFC Education Centre is a groundbreaking strategic initiative developed by the Oceania Football Confederation to grow the game. The Oceania-wide program will provide each member association with an educational institute where participants can share knowledge, skills and experiences. Participants will receive OFC recognised training in coaching, refereeing, administration and management, sport medicine and fitness, high performance and elite development, club management and development, and event management. The curriculum for each topic will be divided into 4 levels: foundation courses, certification courses, licensing courses, and refresher courses. Participants will gain regionally recognised accreditation as they progress through the levels. Following the introduction to a topic through the foundation course, participants will continue to the MA delivered course to become certified in that topic. The participant will then continue to the OFC delivered course to receive their regional recognised licence. By aligning all courses across all member associations, OFC can provide a more comprehensive strategy for the future, a clear pathway for participants, and a qualification which is transferable across OFC's 11 member associations. By training locally based instructors to deliver the courses in their member associations, OFC is empowering leaders to contribute to the development of football in their home nations and communities. Through centralised training of instructors and local implementation, the OFC Education Centre aims to offer educational hubs and resources for the development of careers in football, upskill local volunteers to develop football in their communities, encourage and guide players, coaches and volunteers to improve their abilities, provide a sustainable Oceania-wide educational network. And later in the show, we check out the launch of the program in both the Cook Islands and Tonga. Next to the 2018 OFC Champions League, following the official draw which was conducted at the OFC headquarters in Auckland. The tournament will kick off in January in American Samoa, where the champion clubs of American Samoa, the Cook Islands, Samoa and Tonga will meet in the qualifying stage. The winner and runner-up from that tournament will join the champions and runners-up from Fiji, New Caledonia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Tahiti and Vanuatu. The group stage will consist of 4 groups, with each tournament taking place in a separate location. Groups A and B will be held between the 10th and 18th of February, while Group C and D will be held between the 24th of February and the 4th of March 2018. The winner and runner-up from each group will qualify for the quarterfinals, which will take place on the 7th and 8th of April.
Well, in the past, we used to deliver OFC courses and qualifications, which required participants to travel to regional courses overseas. Now we've set up the OFC Education Centre in each of our member associations. The centres will run like a college in that although the menu of courses can be tailor-made to the member association, It'll be subject to an established syllabus implemented by OFC, of which the participant can gain qualifications from OFC and in some cases FIFA that can be recognised both regionally and internationally. The main benefit is that participants will be able to access good quality learning through the Education Centre set up within their own member association. The OFC Education Centre will, in addition to its traditional courses of coaching, refereeing and women's football, be able to implement new courses like fitness, sports medicine, financial management and event management.
Okay, Faith, move in a little bit.
In addition, we're training local instructors on the ground so they can conduct foundation and certification courses and not rely on instructors coming from overseas. But at the end of the day, we need to improve football both on and off the field. And what the Education Centre does, it provides participants with access to good quality education in all aspects of football. This will increase the quality and quantity of football in their country, which will also increase the profile of football in their country, at the same time provide a guaranteed pathway career for these participants.
New Zealand and New Caledonia made futsal history following Oceania's first ever Women's International at the Trans-Pacific Futsal Cup in Tonga. The Futsal Ferns have dominated the three-match series to record a 14-0 victory in the opening match and an even more impressive 15-0 win in the second. The Kiwis have completed a clean sweep by defeating the visitors 9-2 in their final meeting. Despite the one-sided results, both teams were thrilled to be part of the historic occasion.
Lots of thoughts, lots of emotions, lots of mixed feelings. I mean, there's the excitement of being the coach involved in that, leading them up the first time, but also the nerves of actually getting going in the first game and hoping that the team does well. And now I think we're all feeling pretty happy.
La première sélection féminine de Nouvelle-Calédonie. Notre objectif, c'est d'apprendre. Ça fait depuis 2011 qu'en Nouvelle-Calédonie, les femmes se mettent au futsal, notamment en province nord. Et en 2013, nous avons eu l'occasion de participer avec Dave Payne à un premier tournoi à Wellington. Et aujourd'hui, on va dire que c'est enfin on est arrivé, notre objectif à nous au pays, c'était d'arriver à une équipe nationale.
Obviously this is just the start and there's so much more to go, but finally we've got this team and it's something for people to look forward to and aim for now. It's awesome for female football and futsal, but yeah, no, so many more opportunities coming, it's just going to keep getting bigger.
Well, it's about foundation for us, fresh team, so we had to get all the players in from different regions, barely interacted with each other before. I mean, we've all played against each other, but didn't know names or anything like that, so there was a big process around getting to know the girls, getting to know each other, getting to know ourselves, finding out what our identity is as a Futsal Ferns team, how we play, what we look like on and off the court. So there's been a lot of that going on, setting up the foundations for the future.
New Caledonia coach Johanna Tain had additional reasons to be proud after becoming the first female coach of an international team in the Pacific.
Oui, on va dire que c'est une responsabilité qui est nouvelle, puisque l'équipe féminine, on la prépare, on avait ce projet déjà depuis l'année dernière, on avait commencé à préparer cette équipe et aujourd'hui oui c'est l'aboutissement d'un long travail, de mon investissement auprès des femmes, auprès de ce sport que j'apprécie tout particulièrement. J'étais footballeuse, aujourd'hui je me mets au futsal et j'aime beaucoup les valeurs que transmet ce sport.
Meanwhile, in the men's competition, New Zealand also made it 3 wins from 3 matches to claim the Trans-Pacific Futsal Cup. However, it was a much closer contest as the Futsal Whites were made to work hard by New Caledonia. Following a 3-0 victory in their opener, the hosts were forced to come from behind to grab a 7-4 win in their second outing. In their final match, the Kiwis had to dig deep again to prevail 3-1 and complete a series whitewash. It's been a busy time for futsal, with the Solomon Islands and Tahiti national men's teams competing in the Asian Indoor Games in Turkmenistan. A new-look Kuru side chalked up impressive victories over Hong Kong and Chinese Taipei before bowing out in the group phase, while Aito Eri went down to Kyrgyzstan, Jordan and the highly rated Iran. Meanwhile, preparations are underway for the groundbreaking OFC Futsal Youth Tournament, with men's and women's teams from around the Pacific competing for a qualifying spot at the futsal competition at the Youth Olympics in Buenos Aires in 2018. The region's first ever under-18 international futsal tournament will feature 7 teams in the men's event, including the highly rated Solomon Islands, New Zealand, New Caledonia and Vanuatu sides. They're joined by newcomers to the futsal scene, American Samoa, Samoa and Tonga. The women's tournament will also be an intriguing battle with New Zealand, Samoa and Tonga, joined by an invitational team from Auckland Football Federation. Make sure you're there to catch the futsal fever at the state-of-the-art Bruce Pullman Arena in Papakura, Auckland, with games all day from 10 AM to 5:30 PM. To the Cook Islands next, which became the first member association to launch OFC's inaugural Education Centre pilot. Members of local football clubs, Cook Islands government officials and members of the community gathered outside SIFA's new education hub to witness OFC President David Chung, Cook Islands Football Association President Lee Harmon, and Cook Islands Minister of Youth and Sport, Honourable Albert Nicholas, to officially open the centre.
The Education Centre is a vision of the OFC President and OFC, and we're here today to launch the program that brings football and education together. Through football, we can train our young people to be good citizens, good Christians, and be able to have a career in sports.
The Oceania Education Center will now be the focal point in educating our football officials here in the Cook Islands. SIFA is so proud. The Cook Islands is the first country in the Pacific to embrace and to launch Oceania's Education Center program. On behalf of the Cook Islands Football Association and all its members, we are so grateful to the Oceania Football President, David Chung, for choosing us as the first association to benefit from this great initiative. Thank you very much, David.
Today I stand before us representing government with pride and honor in saying thank you for all the resources that it has put to our country and also to our people.
The Oceania Education Center now in place. It is my hope and belief our coaches, referees and administrators will teach our players and others the fundamentals of football.
As the saying goes, knowledge is power. The OFC Education Center will be our foundation for the development of football, both on the field and at the administration level, by providing structural pathways, qualifications for those interested in a career in football in particular, or in sports generally. This program is different because we will establish OFC Education Centers in each of the members associations. They will be part of an Oceania-wide network. At the end of the day, we need football to improve, both on and off the field. And the OFC Education Center will enable participants in our member associations to have access to quality education in all aspects of football in their own country, which will no doubt improve the quality and quantity of football, both here in the Cook Islands and regionally.
Sometimes different, sometimes they get
Oceania's match officials have gathered in Auckland to upskill at the OFC FIFA Futuro 3 course. The 4-day development course saw referee technical instructors, referee fitness instructors and futsal referee technical instructors from across the region, enhancing their theoretical and practical knowledge. The main aim of the course was to equip Oceania's referee instructors with the right tools needed to train match officials in their own member associations.
Futuro course is basically, it's like teach the teachers, so we got all the instructors here. We teach the instructors, and all ideas they then go back and teach the instructors in their MAs, and then those instructors then pass on that information to the referees. And in this way we get consistency in all the MAs, so everybody is doing the same things, the same application of the laws, the same interpretation, as well as fitness, in that sense that it prepares them all for fitness tests, and in this way we don't have any discrepancies when it comes to fitness test results. Basically, as everything, we start off with, in all three aspects of it, we start off with the laws of the game. We go about the interpretation of the laws, we go about the application of the laws, and then we also go about the new implementation of the laws, especially coming into effect from the 1st of June overseas, but for us it only comes into effect next year. And then in other areas, then we go and we do practical. And then in the practical sessions, they have one day where they prepared, and the next day they have a session with players, referees, and the next day they go again, they prepare, and then every alternate day you have a practical, every alternate day you have a debrief.
I'm here in the Futuro 3 refereeing course here in OFC. It's my first time here as well, because I've never been here, to see the cultures, the different, I've been in AFC for example, CONCACAF, CAF, so it's interesting to see the different football culture here. Very good. I mean, I'm excited, to be honest, to get to know people from Tonga, Tahiti, New Caledonia. I've seen some practical sessions, theoretical sessions. I have to say there is improvement, of course, but still there is a lot of work to be done. In order to do this, it's important that the follow-up, the monitoring of those people is very important. So they have to report to the RDO, Kevin for example, or Neil, so we know as well. So this is how we want to track their improvement, and of course the instructors, they are very important. That's why we want to organize a Futuro that focuses on the referee instructors, because if the instructors are not good, then this has an influence on the refereeing.
We need to do more exercise on the field of play. We have theoretical, but we do more exercise. We need to do the same concept like the players. The players, they do every day. Morning and night or afternoon, they will do exercise. So for us, for the referees, they need to do the same concept with the players. Then only we can find the success. So this is something, a solution we need to give to pass the message to the referees.
Now at the end of this course, I have the feeling that the observers learned a lot, especially first of all in the application of the laws of the game, also in reading the game, because you have your laws of the game, but we have to see the game and see some things that can be decided in different ways. And I see now at the end of the week that there is a clear improvement, and that was very important to see that the instructors are aware now of importance of good knowledge, because they have to bring it now to their own referees in their own federations.
Yeah, there is a range. Some countries need to do a lot more, some countries need to do just a little bit to be up to standard. Football is such a dynamic sport. There's so many resources poured into teams. If referees, if players, if teams want to stay at the top or reach the top, they need to pour resources and high quality resources. So it's a matter of getting on the bus.
Yeah, first day I a little worried because of we don't have a very clear message about uniformity and consistency. But now today, after 3 days here, then I can find something very good. They learn a lot. They start doing what we are asking to do, and we can see a positive way. But again, we need to improve. We cannot stop here. And then this course we need to continue, and also the message to the instructor before they're going back home also need to continue. They cannot stop here.
We are actually going to reach of the different member associations to make sure that the things that we discuss in this course are getting through to the participants, to the referees. So there is a second stage to verify, to check that the things that we do here and we distribute here are accurate.
New Zealand and New Caledonia will fly Oceania's flag at the upcoming FIFA Under-17 World Cup in India. The Kiwis qualified for the tournament by securing their 6th consecutive OFC Championship title back in February in Tahiti. By finishing runners-up, New Caledonia claimed the second available spot on offer for Oceania. The World Cup will be New Caledonia's first ever appearance at a FIFA tournament, and the debutants have been drawn into Group E with Honduras, Japan and European powerhouse France. Les Cagoux will kick off their campaign on the 8th of October. New Zealand's Group B opener will be against Turkey on the 6th of October, followed by matches against Paraguay and Mali. Meanwhile, on the road to the 2018 FIFA World Cup, the All Whites have set up an intercontinental playoff against a yet-to-be-determined 5th place team from South America, following an 8-3 aggregate win over Solomon Islands in their two-legged Oceania World Cup qualifying tie last month. And ahead of November's home and away qualifier, Anthony Hudson's team has received a boost by securing a friendly against world number 44, Japan, on the 6th of October in Nagoya.
It's starting to turn a little ugly. Costa's come to the party.
This is a tricky window because most teams are in qualifiers right now. It's very difficult to plan this one in advance, and there's only a small few teams available, and the importance of this window is so huge. It's one where if you gamble and wait too long to see who falls out of their qualifiers, you could end up losing the chance to play against anyone, and then you're left with nothing before before our biggest window of the campaign. So this was not only we have a really world-class team, a strong team, but also it gives us the luxury of playing one game and getting our players back early to their clubs in such an important period, obviously for us, but also for their clubs. And also to take a little bit of burden off, because it's a busy period for us in terms of the September, October, November windows. And the November window is a huge one, the home and away. It's a big trip. So this now ticks two boxes. You get a good game against a top team, and also we're able to get the players back a little bit earlier, so they can just acclimatise back into their own clubs and games.
And finally to Tonga, which has joined Cook Islands in leading the OFC Education Centre pilot after the official launch of the program in Nuku'alofa. OFC President David Chung, Tonga Football Association President Lord Vehala, and Prime Minister of Tonga, the Honourable Samuela Akalisi Poheva, unveiled a plaque to mark the opening of the centre in front of government officials, local club representatives, members of the community and current OFC coaching and refereeing course participants.
Today we welcome you to Lota Tonga, the home of football in Tonga, to celebrate the opening of a new concept of training into football.
Today, OFC is proud to announce the launch of the OFC Education Center for Tonga Football Association. Our mission is to provide an education center for the people of Tonga, whose interest is to become players, managers, or officials of the beautiful game, and anyone that wishes to persuade football as a sport or a career. The OFC Education Center extends beyond OFC's traditional education programs of coaching and refereeing, offering courses in administrations, financial administrations, sports medicine, high-performance training, and events management. The end objective is to grow football and create quality players, administrators, coaches, and referees, so that Tonga can one day achieve the dream of being among the elite football nations of the world. On behalf of OFC, I would like to thank the Prime Minister, the Honourable Minister of Education, and the Government of Tonga for their commitment towards the development of sports and education in this nation, and for the strong and continuous support for Tonga Football Association.
I'm delighted to thank the Senior Vice President of FIFA and President of the Region's Oceania Football Confederation, Mr. David Chang, for recognizing Tonga to be one of the pilot nations for the Oceania Education Center. As Minister responsible for sports, I'm pleased to extend the full support of the Government of Tonga to such an initiative. No doubt that the OFC Center will open doors and opportunity for Tongans passionate about a career in football. Ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I'm pleased to declare the Oceania Football Confederation Education Center for the Tonga Football Association officially open. Malobit, thank you.
And that's our program for this month, but join us again next time for all the latest from Oceania's world of football.